All right, next one we're going to work on is side kick. There's a couple of different variations on this, and we're going to go over all of them. Side kick is one of your basic kicks, and it really has some little intricacies to the technique that you really have to pay attention to get it done properly. So starting from your fighting position, we have the back heel is up, so you're on the ball of the foot, nice and light on the feet. Hands are up here, close to the chin. You're going to turn. We pivot here so the hip turns over, which makes the side kick easier. Turn back to front. Pivot, make sure the knee comes up, extends in and down. Pivot, up, out, in, down. Pivot, up, out, in, down. You want to turn that hip over so that when you kick, the toes are a little bit lower than the heel. Okay, if you find that you're doing a side kick and it's looking like this, you're not turning the hip over enough. So you really want to pivot that hip. You'll notice my root foot, the toes turn away from the direction that I'm kicking. That helps turn the hip over to shoot the kick. Okay, so that's your pivot side kick. The next variation, we're going to do it from horse. This is more demanding on the legs. Requires that you pick the knee up higher to get the kick. So you sit here, hands are still up, side kick, back low. Side kick, back low. This is forcing you to push off to get the weight up and then throw the kick. Much more challenging on the legs. Still want to turn the hip over when you kick, push that heel out. That's side kick from horse. Last variation we're going to do is a pivot side kick, low, then high. So you go from your fighting position again, you're going to pivot, side kick low, side kick high. This forces you to really control the kick. You can't kick and fall out. You got to keep the weight over your supporting leg for both kicks. Low, high, back. Low, high, back, low, high. Notice there's very little lean in my upper body. You want to try not to lean just to get the foot a little higher. Keep the upper body as straight as you can. Really use the hip and the core, those obliques, to get that knee up and kick. The higher the knee goes, the higher the kick will be. That's low, high, and the other side kick variations.